So, to help Miss Harlee learn to keep all 4 feet on the floor, there are 2 things that we've been working on. One of them being functional affection, and one of them being the no jump game. So, for the most part, when she's jumping around me, or she's trying to jump on me, when I'm not actively working on training, like say I'm just walking around the house, or we're walking outside, or whatever, we're just walking around and she's deciding to jump on me or jump around me, for the most part, unless it's like really bad and I'm training, I'm going to just ignore it. The best thing that you can do for a behavior you don't want is simply ignore, turn away, don't acknowledge, just completely ignore. And I will say that the amount of jumping has gone down significantly. Her actually landing her feet on me pretty much doesn't happen anymore, but she still does like to jump around me occasionally. Sorry, my dog is very sad that he's not getting trained too. But mainly what we've been doing is practicing having her sit in front of me, and then I'll reach down and pet her. And when I reach up from petting her, her favorite thing to do is immediately jump on my legs. So the second that I stop petting her, I'm going to say, scatter! And toss a couple treats on the ground, so that she doesn't get to rehearse the jumping up afterwards. And usually after a few repetitions of that, she doesn't really need a reminder anymore, and she's good about remembering to stay down on the ground. But functional affection is using affection as a reward. So Harlee is extremely praise and pet oriented, yes. And we want to make sure to use that to our advantage. So what we're going to do is use petting as a reward for staying on the floor. And what we're going to do for this is I'm going to reach down and pet her just like before. And then I'm going to come up. I'm going to watch her. If she looks like she's going to jump, I'm going to scatter her. Scatter! She didn't, but I'm going to do it anyways because I was worried. I'm going to have, hey, come to me again. And she's going to sit. Yes. If she does jump like that a little bit, just turn away and remind her what she needs to do. Yes. Good girl. Yes! And if she's successful in not jumping back up, I do want to make sure she knows that she did a good job. Another thing that I want to make sure is that anytime I'm just standing around here, like earlier, and I notice her sitting in front of me, I'm always going to reward yes, so that she knows she's doing a good job. The more you reinforce a behavior, the more likely it is to happen again. So if she's just sitting in front of you, I want to make sure she knows that this is not me ignoring her. Yes, like when she's jumping on me. So functional affection is having her sit in front of you, petting her, walking away, petting her, walking away, petting her, and making sure that she sits before you pet her, because this is a reward. And just kind of ignoring jumping and remembering to scatter her if she looks like she's about to jump after you pet her again. Yes. And making sure to remember to reinforce any kind of good behavior. The more you want to see it, the more you should reinforce it. Okay, so the second game that we work on is the no jump game. And this one is a little bit more fun for her and for you. So I take about 10 cookies. And I'm breaking up some fresh pet. And basically the idea of this game is I'm going to try to entice her to jump, and her job is not to jump. And I'm going to reinforce her for not jumping. And the beginnings, we want to make sure we start really small, because with a dog who is very likely to jump, we don't want to accidentally have them be reinforced by jumping or practice the jumping while we're working on it. So what we want to do is to start out, I'm just going to pat my leg. Yes, and if she does not jump, oh no! If she does not jump, then I am going to feed her. Make sure if she does jump up like that, don't feed her until she's back on the floor sitting. Usually I like to wait more than just the 1 second that I did, but I wanted to make sure that she knew that sitting is a good choice. Harlee! Pat my leg again. Yes. Oh, those very cute ears. Now I'm going to go. Yes. As she's successful, making it more and more difficult, making myself more and more enticing. So now I'm going to was too much. So I'm going to go back to just the vocal and the pats. Yes. And I'm going to do that one more time since you seem to struggle with the movement. Yes.